Hey everybody, it's John here again, and I finally managed to piece together the whole set for Clayface. It took me a while. This is one of the collect and connect figures I've been wanting to pick up for a while. Next I'm going to see if I can track down the pieces for Lobo. It took a while to get all the ones for Clayface. This was the hardest one to get. Jessica Cruz, our newest Lantern. Looks like she's got double knees, probably a little bit better articulation than the last few figures that we've looked at. I haven't been a really big fan of the Multiverse figures just because they never seem like they're actually all one set of a line. They just seem like random things thrown together most of the time. But that's the first one, Jessica Cruz. She has his feet. And then we have a Superman. And I believe he has an arm. And he's got some flight hands. Got a modern looking Two-Face. Kind of like this figure. It comes with his coins in his hand, a couple of guns, and he comes with the halves of the torso. Got the Martian Manhunter from, I believe, the television series. Comes with the other arm. And a couple extra hands in this thing, at least from Supergirl. Hey, I haven't watched that series yet. One of these days I'll get there. And the other figure, which is another one I was looking forward to picking up, Batwoman. She's a pretty cool figure. The alternate head's a little weird looking, but overall she looks pretty cool. And she comes with his head and I guess you would call it waist piece. Hopefully they do end up giving us the alternate hands that have the weapons that are for Clayface. It'd be nice to get. I don't know if we're going to end up getting them or not, but it does seem like they are going to continue putting out more waves even though they lost the license. Maybe they just have the adult collectors market still. I'm not sure. Well, let's see what Clayface turns out looking like. It's going to take me a little bit to open up all these dang packages, but you don't need to see that, so I'll be back. Okay, let's start going through these. Hopefully we don't take too long. I'm going to try to do them all pretty quick. First up we have Two-Face. He has his gun gripping hands in at the moment. Let's get a bit of a close-up on Two-Face's face. Get his burnt and gory side and his normal human side. It's this cool kind of Prussian pinkish purple suit and black pant combo with this nice little tie. Overall, he's a pretty good looking figure. Kind of like this version of him. He does have, his head can spin. Oh, I like that they continued the color down the neck. That's a nice touch. There's no up or down movement for the head, which is kind of sad. It just can turn. And it'd be nice if it wasn't just quite just a straight line going down his neck. So there was a little bit of variation. It's gonna, but you know, it's a little nitpick. He's got a soft goods tie, which is kind of nice. A really soft vest. It's got hinged and ball jointed shoulders, so they get a lot of movement in them. So it's pretty good. Swivel there at his upper arm. Only a single jointed elbow. And of course he's got wrist rotation, and that's about no hinge. Well, it does move back and forth, but I think that's just the connection that it's on. It's got an ab crunch hidden in here, which you can't. There you go. It's really stiff, which is good. His clothes kind of get out of the way of that. Waist swivel. Got those crazy like joints that they have, but it does go forward a little bit. Not a whole lot. Not really back at all, but it does go out thanks to those hips a great deal. It's got an upper thigh, only a single jointed knee. You can see the paint, or the plastics. Well, that's weird. There's purple in his knee joints. I would assume they were just all black plastic. That's weird. Okay. And then not really any movement at all in his feet. They look like they should have rockers in them, but these, mine don't move. So that is their Two-Face. Not the best articulation, but overall he looks pretty good. He also comes with a pair of coin hands where he's got the crossed out negative side and then a blank, which I'm going to assume is the positive side for his hands there. And then he also comes with two just black molded guns. They look like they're exactly the same, but the molds might be flipped. And hopefully he holds them well. I guess he holds them well enough. That is my cat coming to my lap. Hi, cat. What's up, Jackie? I'm back on third shift, so it's a lonely night. And I think she wants a little attention. But, yeah, he poses okay with the guns. He can't really, doesn't look like Eden. It's kind of weird how they have no trigger or anything, but he comes with the torso shell here for Clayface. Pretty big, chunky piece. As you can see, it's pretty well hollow. It just comes in these two bits, which they should just pop together. And that's it. No, I gotta go more than that. Maybe it's gotta go out in the bottom and up on the top. There's quite a bit of gap. Well, they fit okay there. I'm gonna see if I can put a little bit more pressure on it. Yep, that's as good as that gets, okay? So then we have the beginnings of our Clayface. Pretty hollow torso bit. But hopefully once he's all together, it'll be a little bit more interesting. The sculpting's pretty good. It looks like a muddy chunk of dirt. And then we have our Batwoman. Ooh, she's got pretty good face detail. They put a little bit of extra coloring in her hair. And she's got her plasticky cape. And I got a little bit of glue smudges around her waist and her belt. I might be able to remove. It's got some spikes on her gauntlets. And she has double jointed knees, which is nice. And you can get some head movement. So she's got better head articulation. Her cape is glued on. She's got pretty much the same shoulders. No upper arm movement though. She has a single bend there at her elbow. She has a hinge and swivel on her wrist. Why are there... That's the thing that bothers me about these. Why does he have upper arm articulation? She doesn't, but she's got double knees and he doesn't. I don't get it. Why can't they just all be the same articulation? It's kind of bothersome. Well, I guess the ladies have the torso or the abdomen ball joint up here so she can turn and look forward and everything. She's got different hips, of course, up, and no movement back at all. A little bit of out. She's got her thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and she's got very hate these little tiny pegs on the feet because they usually, well, okay, they released a little bit, but they're easy to break off. I've had a few trying to move them that they've broken. Her symbol's not too bad, not the best bat symbol I've seen. Now we can get her to stand up. Her joints are a little loose. I don't know if she's going to stand without being floppy because of her cape, so we'll put her in the back for now, maybe. Come on. There we go. And she came with no batarangs or anything, though she's got a gripping hand. She came with this secondary head, which actually isn't too bad of a sculpt. It's just got a really terrible paint job. Her one eyebrow is over too far, and her hairline isn't straight on her head. She's awfully pale. But I probably won't be using that. That'll just go in the fodder drawer. And then she came with a wrinkly Clayface lower half here. It should just pop in. Well, that worked really well. So now we're getting a good look at his size. That's without his arms and his legs, and he's as big as the other figures. And she came with his pretty gruesome looking head, which he has teeth inside of his mouth. So he's got 2 sets of teeth, which is pretty crazy. And his jaw is slightly articulated, so you do get a little bit of movement. He kind of looks like a little freakish Rancor at this point. But let's see how easy his head plugs in. It's going to take a little bit more force, I think. Oh, nope. That plugged in really nice and easy. So he's looking pretty Clayfacey. I like the teeth. He's got a big hole in that one on the front. He must not take very good care of himself. Let's see, next up we got our Supergirl version of Martian Manhunter. We're just kind of looking at it at the moment. He's actually not bad looking. Pretty decent face sculpt on him. Nice body paint. I like the little gold accents. And then he's just basically black plastic after that with not too much design. And again, he's got the soft plastic flappy cape. He's got weird head articulation, but that's weird. It's better than Two Faces. He's got the same shoulders, swivel, single jointed elbows. Wow, super stiff elbows. And he has swivels, but no hinges. Why does she have hinges and he doesn't? He's got a really crazy ab crunch. It goes really far forward. It doesn't go back at all. Waist swivel. It makes his ribcage look awfully strange. His cape is just barely pegged in. He's got the same hips as Two-Face, so you get pretty good forward, pretty good back, crazy amount of out. He's got a upper knee swivel, single jointed knee again, and he's just got forward and back moving ankles. So again, they don't match each other. I don't get why is it hard to make a line of figures that share the same articulation points? I don't know. But he came with this thing. I don't know really what this is. Like I said, I didn't watch the show. Looks like some kind of plant life maybe that No, DC's probably controlling his mind at some point to make him a bad guy for a little bit, possibly. And he comes with some gripping hands so he can choke people. Put them in the hand and head pile. And then he came with, which looks like the left arm. Pretty nice fist on there. Still looks all dirty and muddy. That one's not going to peg in as easy as everything else. There. Whoa, he's really heavy on that one side now. Let's see if we can support him with his arm. Pretty nice sculpting on the flow of the dirt and the clay. We have our Superman, whose head is kind of weird looking. Pretty good bulky size, except for he's got a super teeny tiny waist and crotch area. Looks kind of weird to me. Like he's done a lot of upper body work, and then his legs are awfully skinny, especially here. What a teeny tiny leg Superman. Skip leg day Superman. And there's a close-up of his face. Not a bad face sculpt. The skin colors do not match. His body is a different color than his face, because that's painted and that's plastic, which is always kind of annoying. The S is in pretty good condition though. He's got red on his belt. And a little bit of red where his boot lining is. Instead of sculpting anything there, they just put a little red line. And let's see, he's got the same head. He's got a little bit of up and down movement, not a whole lot. And he's got pretty good S sticker on his cape. Same shoulders. Upper arm swivel, single elbows with a little bit of a no swivel at the elbow, just a bend. Of course, why? Because you got it up here, I guess, so that looks really weird. And rotation at his wrist. He's got the same weird ab crunch. He can go back a little bit though. He's the Manhunter. Now he's got completely different legs. He's got the same legs she does. That's why his legs look so weird. The guys have all these kind of legs, and he has Batgirl's legs and the connected part with these giant thighs. So he gets a pretty good out. Wow, yeah, they look bizarre. Forward. Back. Double jointed knee though, which is good. Same ankles. So, I don't know. He looks like he's a hodgepodge of a couple different figures. What is the legs? They're terrible. He's got little chicken legs on Superman. If it wasn't for the Build and Connect figures, I would not ever want any of these. I don't think they're just. I don't know. And let me grab his hands. And he's got 2 flight hands or chopping hands, whatever you prefer, into the pile. And then we have there we go. It was all turned around. We have his other arm. Pretty cool. Nice sculpting. As the other one. Fists are heavy. I like the color on him. Let's see if we can get this one in. I gotta take it back over here again so I can put good enough pressure on there. Looks pretty cool just like that. He's very hulking beast. Again, this is the only reason it's by the line, is to get these guys. I mean, Batgirl's okay. I just don't get their choices that they make. And last but not least, we have the Jessica Cruz figure, who has a very nice face sculpt. Probably the second best one. Big just chunk of plastic for her hair. Kind of lantern paint suit. She's the exact same body type as our Batgirl back there. Still just paint, no sculpt for boots. She does have her lantern ring though, at least. And big, huge amount of gappage where her torso and her body meet, and you can... Well, I guess the cape covers that one up pretty good. She's really loose compared to the other ones. You can get a little bit of head movement. Not a lot. Same kind of shoulders, no upper arm, single elbow with no swivel. Oh, she's got the swivel. See that? Yeah. Wrists with hinges. Abdominal. She's got bigger legs than Superman does. Why? How do they? She's got the upper leg. She's got the double knee. And the same ankles. And I don't know how well she's going to stand. Well, okay. She's going to stand pretty good. Or she's going to dive off the table. She comes with her lantern. Just a little chunk of plastic. And all these little effects that aren't the same color green. Looks more like vines than it does lantern energy, I think. But I guess it's something extra. Yeah, well, comes with a bunch of them. Would have been cool if you would actually had a lantern effect instead of just these things here. Any kind of lantern form or light energy form would be better than whatever, but hey, they fit. And she comes with, she's gonna lay down. She comes with Clayface's feet. Yeah, there they are. No markings, thankfully you can kind of see which way they go. Oh, he's getting heavy now. See if we can plug his feet in. There's one. And two. And then we have our big... Jeez. Gigantic Clayface who's going to knock everybody over. So yeah, he's an awfully large figure. I like him. Maybe not quite as cool as King Shark was, but he is still pretty cool figure all around. He's just this big, hulking, massive brown. If we get eventually get those extra pieces for his hand weapons, yeah, just knock everybody over. That's okay. I think it'll be even better. I hope we get them. Well, I'm gonna probably say Batwoman and Two-Face are my favorite from the set. I was really hoping Superman would be pretty good, but man, those legs, that's crazy that they gave him such teeny tiny legs. Well, let me know if you guys picked this up, or any of these figures, and if you did, which ones you liked, which ones you didn't. The Clayface is cool. And he was definitely fun to build. He was very hard to track down, in my area anyway. Didn't see any of these figures. I had to find them in all different other kind of places. And I don't know. What do you think of any of these? Does the Multiverse line even really get anybody excited anymore? I just don't know what they're thinking with it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi, I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video. And if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.